Laws of Learning. E. L. Thorndike, Thorndike, Thorndike has explained 3 laws of learning called primary laws, and in addition to these, he has also framed 5 subsidiary laws in connection with his trial and error learning theory. Primary laws. These are the most important laws which explain the basic aspects of learning. They are: first, law of readiness; second, law of exercise; third, law of effect. First, we are going to see law of readiness. By readiness means the organism is ready to respond or act. This is more essential prerequisite for learning. This indicates that the animal or human being is motivated to learn. This condition of readiness has two effects: satisfaction and annoyance. When the animal is ready to act, if permitted, it gives pleasure. If it is not permitted, it feels annoyed. In the same way, when the animal is not ready to learn, if asked to learn, it is annoying. On the other hand, if it is prevented from learning, it gives pleasure. These points have been given below in the words of Thorndike. A. For a condition for a conduction unit ready to conduct is satisfying. B. For a conduction unit ready to conduct not to conduct is annoying. C. For a conduction unit not ready to conduct is annoying. This law clearly shows that readiness of a person to learn is very important. Hence, motivate him to learn. Second, law of experience. This law also is known as the law of frequency. Frequency refers to number of repetitions of learning. Thorndike believed that repeated exercising of a response strengthens its connection with stimulus. This aspect refers to law of use and disuse, which explains that anything not in use will perish. So also, if the response is not repeated, its bond with the stimulus gets weakened. This is also according to the statement that practice makes man perfect. In Thorndike's experiment, the cat becomes perfect after repeating the response more number of times. That is, it learned to open the door without committing any error. Third, law of effect. This law states that when a connection is accomplished by satisfying effect, its strength is increased. By this, Thorndike meant that the probability of its occurrence is greater. In his experiment, in the hungry cat succeeded in opening the door, would get its favorable dish to eat. This had a positive effect on its response. Rewards always strengthen connections between stimuli and responses, and on the other hand, punishment weakens connections. Secondary law. In addition to the 3 primary laws explained above, Thorndike has given 5 secondary or subsidiary laws also. They are as follows. Law of multiple response. It means when response fails to elicit a desired effect, the learner will try with new responses until the goal is reached. B. Law of set or attitude. Law of set or attitude. Mental set or positive attitude is very important in any learning. C. Law of associative shifting. This is nothing but shifting of the response to a new situation which is similar to earlier one, because the fundamental notion is that if a response can be kept intact through a series of changes in stimulating situation, it may finally be given to a new situation. D. Law of prepotency of elements. A law of prepotency of elements. This law states that the learner is also to react in a selected way only to the salient elements of the problems and not for other unimportant elements. E. Law of response by analogy. Law of response by analogy. It means comparing a new situation to the previously learnt one and thus giving a response by analogy.